A phrase that is often heard when sharing a meal with others is, please, pass the salt. The need for salt at mealtime is a simple indicator that the food that is being consumed is lacking flavor and it needs seasoning. Matthew 5:13 reminds us of this powerful truth. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its flavor, how shall it be seasoned? It is then good for nothing but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot by men. These are the words of Jesus, and he makes a very powerful statement in this verse. You are the salt of the earth. He does not say you should be or you could be, but simply put, being the salt of the earth is not optional. Salt has always had immense value and purpose, especially in the ancient world. Even the Mosaic law required that all offerings presented by the Israelites contain salt. When Jesus said, you are the salt of the earth, his disciples quickly understood the metaphor. Salt has a multitude of applications, but in Matthew 5:13, Jesus specifically references the flavor. Now, some commentators say that salt's flavoring properties imply that for us as Christians, we are to add divine flavor to the world. And I would agree. But while many still value salt in our day, the word salty it's often used in a negative light to describe someone who's bitter or angry, irritated, or hard to take. And that could apply to some Christians, but that's not the focus of my devotion today. While some may not fully understand the importance of salt in our current times, the mandate that Jesus gave to his disciples, it is still relevant to his followers, to us today. Simply put, Jesus wants his followers to know that they possess something that the world desperately needs. But if the church loses its flavor, if the church loses these spiritual attributes that are needed by the world, Jesus said, we are good for nothing. He said we should be thrown out and trampled underfoot by men. So the first question I want to ask you today as a follower of Jesus Christ, are you bringing flavor to a bland, lost world? When others interact with you, do they say, hey, there is something different about you. You have something that I am missing. You have something that I need. I want to share another saying that's often used. It is this: they are not worth their salt. This phrase originated with ancient Romans. There was this Latin word, salarium, was money paid to the Roman soldiers, like a salary, to purchase salt and other valuable items. This common expression is used for someone or something who does not deserve respect or is worth its cost or worth its value. So with the words of Jesus in Matthew 5:13 in mind, the second question I want to ask you today is, are you worth your salt as a disciple of Jesus Christ? Are you fulfilling your God-given purpose? Are you making a difference in this bland world? If not, I want to encourage you today to get your flavor back. Take some time to stir up the spiritual gift that is inside of you. Take some time to get in the presence of God through prayer and fasting. Dedicate yourself to a deeper devotion to the Word of God. Remember, we are surrounded by a lost and dying world in desperate need of Jesus Christ. And the next time you interact with a lost soul that is in need of someone to pass the salt, be ready to bring the seasoning and to share the life-changing gospel of Jesus Christ.